Hello faithful viewers and welcome back to another Transformers review. This time we are looking at the Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Warpath. Yes, this is one of the figures that I acquired back in TF Nation in August, and I am so happy with this thing. It is a beautiful piece of artwork, he really is. Now Warpath here turns into a H-Tank. Crimson is his primary colour, but there are hints of silver on the treads here. There are rolling wheels as well, so you know, he's got a little bit of roll to him. They are only thin, tiddly little things, and they are kind of surrounded by a lot of stuff going on here. So there is a little bit of traction that this gets on any surface that prohibits it from rolling as smoothly as it could, but before it counts at least. There is some light grey along the top there, and then there is hues of darker grey for the missile pods here. Now you'll notice that he is slightly incomplete. I am missing the missile here, so the gimmick I can't show you, but there is be a firing projectile if he were completely complete. His turret here has a full range of motion, 360 degrees, and then the main cannon barrel can go up and down like so. Overall, it's a very nice vehicle mode. But there are also some other little things to note here. There is an Autobot symbol on the back there, and then you've got Zowie on the side and Kapow, and I think those were catchphrases of Warpaths in G1 or the IDW comics. I don't know for certain because I've not seen a lot of G1, granted. I know, fake Transformers fan, whatever. I think it's overrated. These turrets on the top here are articulated and they can go down to the sides. I don't quite know why. I don't know if they want to be like that for robot mode. It seems a little bit illogical. I just tend to keep them up, but there is an articulation factor there. So that's something, I suppose. You'll notice that there are also bars there and there. Those are C-joint ports, so if you've got the clip-on weapons, they can go there and you can deck him out with even more armament as well, so that's really nice. But yeah, a very, very nice vehicle mode. Coming to transformation, this is where this figure shines, because I think it does some really inventive things with its transformation. So I'm actually going to do the head reveal first, and it's with this barrel, and you just push it in and it springs his head up. Oh, that's so cool. And you could do this whole bit of him actually driving his tank with the top down. That's funny. So that's his head already revealed. Let's do his arms next, and I like the way that this flap engineering is on his arms. So if you open those bits up there, and then you can rotate the treads back like that, and then if you get your thumbs in and just rotate his fists out, and then you close that flap back up over his forearm. And I just like the fact that these flaps, these forearm flaps, actually cover the entirety of the tread section here and help to lock his arms in place in vehicle mode. I think that's really inventive. Let's just roll that back out again like so, and then get the fist out just like that and close that back up like so. And there his arms all done. I think that's really inventive. And similarly, his legs here are also very inventive. So if we just get our nails in and remove that flap there and just hinge all of that up and out of the way. And then if we come and bring the treads down like that, and then just fold them back like that and rotate his upper leg, that's his leg done. And he's got these wheel feet as well. I think, I just love it. I love the design of this guy. So just bend that, fold that like that, and rotate that like that. It's so simple. And you can pin the back of his heel in just like that, and that locks his foot in place. And yeah, oh, that's so cool. And then coming to the top here, you want to be bending that flap like that, and bend that like that, and rotate it all in. You may just actually need to faff about with this ever so slightly, because it's not. There we go. And that is Warpath all done. It is such a simple and fluid transformation sequence, and the end result is a very solid and smooth robot mode. He has no kibble on him whatsoever. Like, look how streamlined he is. This profile that he's got going on here is wonderful. I love this thing so much. He just, he oozes sexy This is a sexy figure. And let's have a look at this head sculpt, and it is very nicely detailed. You've got these, I know he's an Autobot, but he kind of has a menacing visage about him. He's got kind of like this very detailed faceplate about him, kind of like vented grooves going along the side there. And lo and behold, he actually does have light piping. Now granted, it's very bizarre light piping, considering it's black. And you need powerful lights to be able to show this off. And I don't know how successful we're actually going to be here. You can kind of see it there. It's not the most powerful in the world. But there you go. It's actually working. So he does have light piping. It's just a very bizarre colour that they chose to go with for it. Turning our attention to the rest of the robot mode, his other cannons now sit squarely on his shoulders, so you could still do the firing gimmick in robot mode if you have the missile. He has nice silver painted shoulders with some yellow trim going round them. There is also yellow on his lower abdomen now, which is cool. And then you've still got the crimson as his primary colour, and then you've got the lighter grey now popping on his thigh area. And that's it in kind of detail, really. There's not much else going on here that there was not in vehicle mode. He's so good. Like, no kibble whatsoever. I know I've said it before, but I'm just going to keep gushing over it. So streamlined. Oh, this thing rules. In terms of articulation, Warpath's head is on a swivel, so it can go 360 degrees. There isn't really much in terms of up and down because there's no actual articulation joint in the neck itself. You've got the panel that his head sits on, which rocks it up and down ever so slightly. So you've kind of got that going on, but that's it in terms of the head. In terms of the shoulders, they can swivel round all the way, so 360 there. He can spread his arms out that far. He has a 360 degree rotation at the elbow thanks to a mushroom peg. He has a 90 degree bend at the elbow. And in terms of the wrists, they can go up and down a little bit due to the gappage there thanks to the transformation. He has nothing at the abs. He has nothing at the waist. He has a decent spread. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a beautiful one, but it's a decent one at that. He has a very good forward kick. He has a very good back kick. He has a 90 degree bend at the knee. He has rotation at the thigh, and then in terms of ankle, if you disconnect the heel there, he has a little bit of pivot up and down like that. Overall articulation is very good indeed. You can rock off some really cool poses with this guy. For a size comparison, here is Warpath next to fellow TF Nation Bayi, I suppose. This is Energon Downshift. I suppose sticking with the Wheeljack theme here he is next to Rise of the Beasts Wheeljack. Here he is next to Dark of the Moon Megatron, and I show this comparison because Megatron in the Dark of the Moon game killed Warpath, and you can see that in my playthrough on the channel. And then of course here he is next to Marvel Legends Mysterio. To transform Warpath back into vehicle mode, what we want to be doing is extending the turret like that, and then we can push his head down and just close that flap up like that. And then if we disconnect him at the torso, we can fan all of this back and make sure those flaps are out just like that all the way. Okay, now the legs can be a little bit confusing because I haven't played with this guy a lot, granted. But if we just unclip the feet like that, and then we can bring these flaps forward and then fold them back just like that, and then keep them rotated out like that, and tap them together nice and securely like so. Then if we go and bring all of this down like that, we can just tap it in nice and securely. And then with the arms, we do an interesting thing where you can open those flaps up, push the fists back in on either side. There we go, just like, oh no, keep it open. And then let's rotate this all the way like that, just so it all sits, and then fold that back over there, pinning the arms in place. And there you go, you have Warpath back in his tank mode. Voila. So that has been our look at the Transformers Generations Warpath. I think that this is a splendid figure. I think that this is one of the best figures in my collection, honestly. I've wanted this guy for so many years, and for good reason. He's stunning. His transformation is so simple, yet it's so clever with its engineering. The head reveal is fun, the way that the arm flaps cover and lock the arms in place for vehicle mode, the way that the legs and the feet transform, it's just so cleverly done. And I think that this guy is yards ahead of the latest Warpath to come out for, I want to say Kingdom, or it could be the Studio Series, I don't know at this point. But the other more modern G1 Warpath, I think this guy is yards ahead of him in terms of quality. I would go so far as to say that this is the definitive G1 Warpath in terms of a deluxe class figure. Absolutely get this guy. I have no issues whatsoever with recommending him. I would say get one immediately if you can, because he is a good time in every facet imaginable. What a splendid figure he is. Absolutely get him. So thank you everybody so much for stopping by and checking out this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share it around to help out the channel. And until the next time, see you all later.